Alright, YouTube. So this is going to be the Japanese nostalgic cars. Take two. And I should be able to finish this up in this video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these castings. I've been collecting this diecast pretty hardcore for a while. And these are cars I've never seen. I've kind of run into them a little bit online, but never purchased one. But man, they are so cool. Here's another Hinu Contessa. So again, Hinu was absorbed by Toyota, and they still operate under that name. From what I understand, they just make trucks. So very cool little cars though. Look at the back end. It's got like a grill on the back of the car. I might have to Google one of these just to see what they look like. But man, Konami smashes it. I didn't realize they're a bigger player than I thought they were. They're not making cars anymore though, but man, when they did make cars, they made some nice stuff. So a couple of, what, four of these are screwed down onto bases, so forgive me if that takes a few minutes to get them off of the base. Here is a Konami Prince Skyline. So the other day I opened up this Tamica, which is not a limited vintage, but this is the Prince Skyline. This one has opening doors, rubber tires with tread, sprung suspension, and you can see just how awesome these Prince Skylines are. Slammed, lowered, dropped, whatever you want to call it. So let's take a look at this Konami and compare it to the Tamica. I think it's a little bit nicer than the Tamica. I think the detail's a little bit better. I'm sure the Tamica Limited Vintage is probably a lot nicer. I don't have that one yet, but man, this is nice. Nice little casting. I'll find out too if the Konamis or Konami, it's probably pronounced Konami, but I'll find out if they have prototypical wheels next time I talk to them. Because to me, that's pretty important. It's a really nice feature that some diecast companies do. And if a diecast company goes to the trouble to do that, it shouldn't be overlooked, in my opinion. You know, Johnny Lightning licensed Krager wheels. So, with that being said, it's not a feature, in my opinion, that should go unnoticed. So here's another one, same casting, same tool, same brand, different color, small paint flaw on the back door here. Looks like that burgundy roof color made its way onto the door, but wow, this is just so nice looking. This haul tonight, really the best haul I feel like I've had in a long time with 1:64 scale, and I'm really starting to get into the nostalgic Japanese stuff. Just look at how cool that looks, man. So that is your Prince Skyline. So there's 3 of those now. Okay, got a couple more on the base, but before I get to those, I'm going to show you guys this. This is a new brand that he told me about. Tack Car. It's another Prince Skyline. I'm not familiar with it. It comes in a box like this. And what they pride themselves on is a lot like Auto World. They really pride themselves on the opening hood with the detailed engine. And as far as this type of stuff goes with Kyosho and Tamiya, there is little to none of it out there that I've seen. So this thing is sweet because while it does, I mean, some of the detail isn't quite as nice. Like, all right, the right is the Konami, the left is the TAC car. So here we can do, they have the same color scheme. You can see the size and scale looks just about the same. Color scheme is pretty close. The wheels are very close. But here's where Konami has a pretty significant advantage, in my opinion, is with the brake light detail. And this one here says Prince there in the license plate. But I think this one's quite a bit nicer with the brake lights. Let's take a look at the front end. The front end, I think I like this one a little bit better. I don't know. Let's see what it looks like underneath the hood, because this is really what I think separates them from some of the other manufacturers. And I have to say, for a 1:64 scale, that is extremely detailed. Probably one of the more detailed engines I've seen in the scale. It's sculpted and painted detail. It's not, there don't look to be any separate pieces like there would be on some of the M2 stuff, but the hood closes up real nice. Real nice joints. Nice rubber tires with tread. So TAC car, 2008, made in China, Prince Skyline. Really cool car. Doesn't have sprung suspension, but it rolls really, really nice. So there's that. And then, man, the last 5 cars I have are, they're definitely the best 5 of the night. Well, actually, I don't know about that. So many of these are nice, but we'll start with this 1965 Nissan Silvia. Get the tires coming off of the rim. Get that fixed. God, this thing is just so awesome looking. This is your 1965 Nissan Silvia. I have another one of these on the way. I think it's even the same color. And I don't even care that I'll have 2. The other one I bought online, I think I only paid like $11 with shipping for that one. But it's been sitting in customs for 10 days. It hasn't tracked in 10 days. So that's the advantage of finding someone local and, saving yourself that hassle. But there you go, 1965 Nissan Silvia, a very, very nice, unique looking little Japanese car. Awesome. Alright, I'm going to show you guys 3 of these Tamiya limited vintage. These are, this is Tamiya's best stuff. I've mentioned that in some of the other videos I've done. I think I have around 20 of these now. They come in a little box like so. The Four-door Skyline back here is a limited vintage. Probably the highest detailed 1 to 64 cars you'll find in the marketplace, along with, but probably more detailed than Auto World. This car is awesome. So this is a Nissan Sunny 1500. And this is heavy. So all night I've been showing these Konamis. This weighs at least, I would say, twice as much as the Konamis. It's a lot heavier. And it's because it's metal body, metal base. So this would be your equivalent to your 1985 Nissan Stanza. Or Sentra, sorry. I said Stanza. I had a Stanza in high school. I had a 1990 Nissan Stanza. Awesome little car. And then I had a 94 Nissan Sentra. And I've had an 89 Maxima. So I do like Nissans. But this is cool. It's the older boxy body style, which I like. I think it looks really good. We've got a Toyota Corolla that's probably around the same year. So this will look really nice sitting up next to that. But look at these headlights. The detail is incredible on these. Transparent lensed insert headlights, and same thing with the brake lights. Not just the brake lights, but the indicators as well. Just a ton of detail, and it's just amazing that they get this level of detail out of such a small casting. And they roll absolutely amazing. So that is a really nice piece there, Tamica Limited Vintage. Sorry, I do save these boxes and bubbles for these cars. Alright, so the next Tamica Limited Vintage is probably one of the hottest cars in Diecast right now, especially from Hot Wheels. This is your Datsun Bluebird. Datsun 510. I have this casting. I think it's the same casting. I'll have to look. I don't know if my other one might be a two-door. I don't know. I'll have to look. This is a four-door. And I guess this is your, what would be your Japanese auto parts delivery car or something like that. But just sick. I mean, I can't even get my camera to focus on that grill. God, it's just so nice. Maybe one of these days I'll step up the camera instead of doing it on an iPad. There you go again with the insert headlights and brake lights. You can see how nice these are. These are inserted. They're not crooked. I notice with the Konamis, some of the Kyoshos, from time to time, you do run into a little flaw like that. You don't see nearly as much of that stuff with the Tamica Limited Vintage. And to the touch, you can absolutely tell without a doubt, just from picking it up, that from a quality standpoint, these are quite a bit better. They feel a lot more solid than Kyosho and Konami. So that's another awesome car, a little Datsun Bluebird. I have two cars left. Both are Skylines. One of them is my favorite car, not just of tonight, but one of my favorite Japanese nostalgic cars in my collection. I looked at it a little bit before I made the video here, and it is awesome, and I'll go over that in a minute here. But first I want to take a look at this. This is it's a Nissan Skyline 2000 GT. I'm not sure what year or what generation. They don't really specify with Tamika. I know Jeff would know in a heartbeat, but I have a couple other Skyline castings from Tamika Limited Vintage, but this is not one of them. This is a new one for me, and I like it. I like it actually quite a bit. It just looks really, really good, I think. Awesome wheels. All of these wheels are authentic, prototypical. Look at the back end on this. That's just incredible detail. That is what you would expect to see on a 1 to 24 scale or 1 to 18 scale. So, very well done by Tamika, but I really have to say Konami really caught me by surprise. I didn't even own a Konami casting until Sunday, and now I have, I don't know, 20, 25 of them. And some of my favorite cars in my collection are those cars. But I really like this color too. It really shows the lines, and has kind of a 1970s look to it, I think. So that's a really cool car too. Happy to have picked that up as well. All right, so the last one, I looked at this pretty close between the last video and this one, and I think one of the first things I noticed about it is the year. It's a 1980, which is the year I was born, and it doesn't have sprung suspension, so it's a Konami, but it's the only Konami that I have that doesn't have that little bounce to it. But it is a Nissan Skyline 2000 Turbo GTES 1980. But let's take a look at this Skyline. That to me is just insane cool. Look at that detail on that back end. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. The wheels just look so sick, and you have all trim detailed. Really nice headlights. Really, I mean, the back end is, as you know, it's as nice as almost any other back end I've seen on a car this scale. And I think that's going to make for some nice pictures. So that is my favorite pickup of all of these that I've picked up. If you watch my last, I think 3 videos have all pretty much been Konami, Kyosho, and Tamika. And this is probably my favorite car of all of those. So, but some of these others are pretty impressive, and I probably would have started picking these up a while ago if I would have even known that they exist out there. God, I'm already at 20 minutes. It's ridiculous how fast these videos go. Alright, so there you go. 1980 Nissan Skyline. I don't know if there's another brand that has casted that body style. Tamika Limited Vintage. Couple of really nice Tamika. A really nice Konami Sylvia. There's a Celica GT from earlier. See that suspension these cars have. There's our Datsun Bluebird Tamika. limited vintage, also have sprung suspension. There's that Isuzu. Just some amazing stuff. And yeah, this stuff here is, I'm kind of surprised that I was able to find such a nice assortment of nostalgic Japanese castings in such a short period of time for such a reasonable price. Well, what I think is a reasonable price. I don't know. Like, I've been thinking about it as I look at these and open them up. It really makes me question, what the heck am I doing collecting Hot Wheels? Do I even have time or room to be buying Hot Wheels when this stuff is out there for the taking? That's, I mean, and I love Hot Wheels, so it's weird. It's kind of got me thinking about that a little bit. That car is awesome. Little Nissan Violet. Anyways, so there you go. All you diecast collectors, all you enthusiasts, tell me what you think. Comment below. And maybe I'll do a giveaway and give a couple of these away. How would that be? Maybe I'll put something together for all you. You know, this is, I've noticed this stuff is, it's a niche market. It's I guess maybe an acquired taste. It's not for everybody, but the people that do dig this stuff really seem to dig it. So maybe I'll put together a little giveaway and come up with something. Anyways, thanks as always. I really appreciate you guys checking out the video again. Don't forget, if you like what you see in this video or the last video, and you are interested in getting some for your own collection, this is where to go. The Toy Pimp, _toy_pimp on Instagram. I'm sure he's on Facebook as well. Just shoot him a DM on Instagram. Let him know what you're looking for. And if it's Tamika or Kyosho or Norev or Konami, I don't know how much of that stuff he has left. But, you know, just let him know what you're looking for. And he's really easy to deal with. This is what he does. So he's a very trusted seller. So let him know that you heard about him from Heavy Metal. And it'd be cool to send some customers his way, but more importantly than that, would be cool that you all add some really awesome diecast into your collections. His collection, I can't even imagine his collection. If this is the type of stuff he's selling, I can only imagine what he's keeping for himself. But anyways, that's gonna wrap it up. So I'll holler at you all later this week with some other diecast videos. Probably not going to be nearly as cool as these last two, but I'm going to crack open that Fast and Furious set. I'm sure you've all probably already seen that, but I have a few things on the way, so we'll check those out. I might crack open a Green Machine or two. So until then, you all have a good night, and I'll holler at the next one.